really must say I'm feeling really grateful. You know, schools are going back in right now, and I have elected to keep Andrew, of course, home.
Okay.
Right now, that's my choice right now. But I'm grateful because I'm in a position that I can be able to homeschool and work from home with him, or I
That's
can take him with me wherever I go
that's
to be
awesome.
able to work as well, you know? So we've really automated ourselves in the sense that we have Shanae, a AC/DC plug for the car, you
Okay.
know, chargers, portable internet, whatever we need. And so I'm still just really grateful because I'm still really concerned about all the different variants that they have coming into the area, the UK, the Brazilian, you know, just all the different things. So I'm grateful today, and I just been really busy because I really have been on the road. You know,
Okay.
I have been on the road. It's a seller's market, but we have plenty of buyers.
Hey.
When you have a demand for housing and a high demand of buyers, and the inventory is low, it drives those prices up, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna close this real quick.
Okay.
So I've been really busy. Normally I do a lot of listings, and I work with buyers also, but lately I've been going out a few times a day. You've seen me out in the snowstorms and things doing listings lately.
Yes.
I mean, doing showings.
Doing
And
show.
so, you know, you gotta, huh?
No, I said doing showings. I'm sorry. I had to do something really quick. I'm listening to you though, cousin. I'm listening. I'm
Okay.
listening.
So yeah, doing showings and things, and you know, it's different, and trying to keep buyers encouraged right now because it is a seller's market, and the options that are out there are nice, but the options are, you know, we're seeing 40, 20 different contracts coming on one property.
Get out.
So yeah, it's a great time for sellers right now. So if you're looking to sell, I need your listing. And
Right,
see,
but
this lady,
only if the sellers take your advice and do what they need to do, what you talked about last week, as far as fixing the house up, sprucing it up some, making it warm, making it inviting, you know, and having it smell good, right?
absolutely, absolutely. And in this market, you know, I had a call today of someone that I have been talking to for a while, and so they're ready to list. And it's a great time, and we don't know when this is going to flip the other direction. But if you can get on the bandwagon now, we definitely need your listing. You know, if we're calling you, we definitely need your listing. And so, and we want to sell it for you. So I've been really busy, and today you see I have a good background. You can see me today.
Yes, Jesus.
You can see if I still got my Mardi Gras. See, last week y'all missed me because I had my Mardi Gras on.
We felt your presence though. We didn't see you, but we felt that presence. We felt that.
You felt it? Okay, okay. But I had my little Mardi Gras on for y'all last week. But you know, otherwise, what you been up to?
Really just revamping, reinventing. I have some new products available, you know, for clients, as far as, you know, coaching, growing, and everything. I am updating my website to put a lot of my credit building things on there and everything. Just speaking, just spreading the word. I am actually going through kind of like a metamorphosis to a degree, but I am loving it. I have a lot of things in the works, a lot of things for my clients, my previous clients, my current clients, and of course, my clients yet to come. So I am really, really excited. I'm automating a lot of things. I'm still going to be hands-on, and it's still going to be me, the professional credit diva, that is, you know, handling everything for my clients. But I am getting a lot more into like the automation and everything for my clients to make it a little bit easier for them. And they will be seeing this lovely face a lot more because I'm getting into my video blogging. Also into my video marketing and everything. I'm gonna launch my YouTube channel and everything. I have a lot of information coming forward. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm happy for you and all the things that we got going. I know we haven't been consistent with being on here, but we're always here for you all. You know, you can always reach out to us, but we want to make sure that we are bringing you information that you need, that's going to help develop you mentally, spiritually, and financially. And so, and you know, to help you grow in your financial portfolio. And so sometimes that consists of Shanae and I taking continuing education classes, things like that, to make sure we're up on the top information that you need to know. And so even though we may not be on here every Tuesday or as long as we used to be on, we're still here for you. And you can always reach out to us and ask us questions, okay? So I'm going to look real quick. I want to just give a couple of shout outs. Should we have any? And I just want to get into my app really quick. So I've really been, while I'm out, you know, showing houses and things, and I've been putting in these offers. I do have 2 offers under contract, but I must say that, you know, before I start talking about, well, it'll delve right into our subject. So let's just get it started. Let me just pull this up real quick. You'll see me looking around in the studio because we have laptop here, things that I want to read to you all. Turning 21, I can't always just remember it like I used to. But, you know, I have my aides to help me. And I always thank Micah in the background for helping me. So really quick, couple of shout outs. We got a watch party going. Hi, Julie. Julie Brooks made something the other day online. It was supposed to be tacos or something. I don't know if she did it with a shredded beef or what she did it with, but it looked so delicious. It had like these big red peppers and things simmering, and it was like I could just smell it through the screen. So hi, Julie. Thank you for joining us. Now let's see who else we have. We have Robert Green. Hi, Robert. Robert just had a birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Robert. Happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoyed it, right? We always like to say each one reach one. So that means click, share this information with somebody. Join in, ask a question as always. And if you don't get your question answered tonight, we promise to get back with you, or we'll definitely pick up on it next week. So you guys, to me, hi, Marcus. Marcus Taylor went to school with me, played football at Forestville High School here in Maryland. Let's see who else we have. Sherry Cook. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Lorena Simpson. Went to school with me. Tanya Mackel. Hey, Tanya, was that your sister the other day in that picture? Because you all almost look like twins. So I said it has to be either your sister or your mom, but whatever. You all are looking good, okay? We may have someone call in tonight to possibly ask for or to talk about taxes. Not sure. He had asked, you know, could he have that opportunity to talk about taxes? And we always welcome you to talk about a plethora of things. But tonight, I want to talk to you about,
I have some shout outs.
Oh, you guys, go ahead. I'm sorry. To me.
See, that's okay, honey bun. I like to give a shout out to my cousin Terica. Hi, Terica. Thank you for joining. Also to the wonderful online branding strategist and coach, my personal online branding strategist and coach, but she can be yours as well. Charlotte Mitchell, Murray Battle. I would like to thank you for joining. Again, Robert Green, thank you, Robert, for joining, and also Tanya Mackel. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are it's wonderful to have you guys here. We're going to dive right in. We have a lot of information to share with you. My cousin Shanae is going to start with her topic as far as real estate. So let's go, Shanae.
Yes. And look, you all have to excuse me. I didn't put no kind of face on for y'all tonight. but I'm a little bit swollen. I don't know what it is. I'm having like a little allergy reaction, and either it's because spring is definitely coming, right? I don't know what Puxatawny Phil got to say, but I know what I got to say. So it's either that. So my face has been itching a little bit today, so that's why you look a little puffy here. And so, but you know, thank you anyway. What I want to talk to you all about is when you're preparing to purchase a house. We've talked about the roadmap to home ownership and everything, but I want to talk to those that are really serious about purchasing a house, right? You've looked, you've decided, and I don't believe that there's no time in life where it's too late to buy a house or anything like this. You might want to consider the size of the house that you're going to get if it's later in your life. But you know, for me, hey, I'm never going to get that little thing that stair lift to take me up in a wheelchair. I'm gonna get me an elevator, right? But in order to get that elevator, I still gotta what? I gotta be prepared for that. So some of the things that I want to talk about is when you really decide, you know what, I want to purchase a house, and you know, what do you have to do to get ready to purchase that house? We've talked about the things such as don't what the 10 commandments, right? We talked about the 10 commandments when it came to your finances, but let's talk about this. You want it really during the time that you're purchasing a house, we don't want your income to go down. We would prefer that it increase, right? So the more money, the better, of course. That means the more that you'll qualify for. But you want to make sure that this increase in funds, it's accountable, right? We don't want to all of a sudden obtain a job that we getting through Cash App. And, you know, I'm doing my cousin Day Day's hair on the side. This has to be income that is traceable. So we want to make sure that if you're going to increase your income, it's definitely got to be something that's traceable, something that you've been doing for at least 2 years that you've been paying taxes on. So we can't all of a sudden say, oh yeah, I've been cooking collard greens for my neighbors in the neighborhood, and they just drop by and give me money on the Cash App every so often. And, you know, I'm making 20,000 from that. Can I use that for the house? No, we have to have traceable income. So if you're going to start a business, let's get it legalized, put that money in an account that we can track everything. They want to know where the money is coming from, because all of a sudden nobody might not need no collard greens, right? And then what are you going to do? So they want to make sure that it's income that is verified. So you always want to increase your income, whether that be that you're going to get a second job doing what you do always anyway, or you get an increase on your job. I pray that you all get increase and you get an increase on your job. And then once you decide that you actually want to buy the house, you know you have the income to buy the house, and we can trace that income. You want to decide on what type of mortgage you are going to need, what you're going to need. And you can talk to me about that. And I definitely have a great team, my mortgage lenders that are always here to talk to you. But Shanae, you know, when they're deciding to get a mortgage, a lot of times people are not thinking about, well, you know, how much can I pay in a mortgage? And what does that really look like? And sometimes people have unrealistic expectations, because rent and mortgage are two different things. So some people don't want to purchase a house because they say, oh man, I don't want to take care of all of that, or, you know, it'll cost too much. You're paying somebody's mortgage anyway. And they're the one that's getting the tax benefit from it. So why not pay your own mortgage, build your portfolio, and be able to do something that you may need to do at a later time with your mortgage, you know, with having this type of asset behind you. So that comes in, and we want to decide what type of mortgage financing you're going to do. Are you going to finance it? Maybe you're fortunate enough to be able to pay cash for your house. I have had buyers pay all cash. That means you don't need any financing. I've had buyers that put at least half down for the property and finance the rest. We want to decide, what is that going to look like? Do we want a federally black loan, or FHA, conventional, USDA, which is mainly in rural areas? You know, and there's a roadmap or a map that we can look at to see what houses qualify for that, or maybe you're a VA buyer. So we definitely want to decide. It's not one loan fits all, because your cousin got a rate at 2.1% doesn't mean that's going to be the rate for you. It's based individually off you, your finances, your income to debt ratio, and your credit score. So it's not one size fit all. So we definitely want to sit down and be able to talk about those things, okay? And then we want to talk about your down payment. I'm having a lot of people that say, oh, I want to buy a house now, but they don't have any funds saved up to help them do this. And even though you hear no money down, there's still some basic things that you have to have. That earnest money deposit, which is usually 1% of whatever the cost of the house is. So if that's a $300,000 house, then you're talking about at least $3,000 down as an earnest money deposit. What happens with the earnest money deposit? It gets credited to you as a credit to the buyer when we get ready to go to the closing table. So we want to, if you need more money to help you, let's just imagine on a $500,000 house that the taxes, transfer, and recordation is going to cost about $11,250, right? That money that you have sitting there as an EMD is now going to be deducted from what you would need to bring to the table for your closing. Okay. So you can't go in thinking, oh, well, I need 3%. Everybody right now needs 3% because that person that's selling the house, they're trying to get another house. We don't know their situation. We don't know what their plans are from the proceeds of their property. Right. Some may be able to give you help and some may not. So you should not go in with an expectation that a seller is just going to give up the funds that they've earned on their property. So coming up with this down payment, what does it look like? Well, let's just imagine, and I'm about to go into my calculator here real quick for you. If you are looking at purchasing a house, let's just say, where's my calculator? Let's just say that you're looking at purchasing a house that's $300,000. Typically, a loan officer is going to ask that you bring at least 3% or 3.5% to the table. So at minimum, you would be looking at, at minimum, you would be looking at bringing $9,000 to the table if you were not able to get any seller help or seller concessions. And remember, they don't have to give you that. And there are plenty of people that are writing contracts right now, putting their offers that's saying, you know what, I don't need any money, any funds to help. Guess whose offer is going to be accepted? The one who doesn't need any money, because the obligation, what the seller is looking to do is walk away with the maximum return on their investment. And it's just like when you become a homeowner or investor, you want to get the maximum back also. So when you get ready to purchase a house, make sure that you are prepared for that down payment, or you get down payment assistance. And that, again, is something we could talk to the loan officer about and see what programs you qualify for. There's several programs out there that could give you up to $10,000. There's even programs out there to help other people that are victims of crime and domestic violence and need to relocate. You all may have seen me recently looking for other programs to help victims of domestic violence. So, let's make sure that we talk about what your needs are in regards to down payment. And then you need to obtain a copy of your credit report. Shanae, we can't say it enough. Do not use who? Credit Karma. We already know that Credit Karma is not a reliable source.
Well, let me tell you this. It's not that it's not reliable, right? It's just that they use a different scoring mechanism than the industry uses. So the majority of the industry uses the FICO scoring mechanism, whereas though Credit Karma uses the Vantage scoring mechanism. So I don't want to say that it's not reliable. The information is different because their mechanism, their scoring mechanism is different, and it's off by one category. So kind of think of it as, to a degree, asking, about a Honda versus a Hyundai. They both provide the same type of information. It's just that one is a little bit more reliable, and it's like the standard of choice when it comes to choosing.
And so what I want to tell you is we don't use Credit Karma. We're going to use something else to track your credit history. So for me, what you see on Credit Karma, in my since I've been doing this, it has not been reliable and it has not been accurate when we pull the actual information that we need. And we're finding that it's off by 30 to 50 points. And people will come and say, I got a 700 credit score and they got a 547. That's a big difference.
It's a lot. It's a big difference.
It is. So we want to make sure that the information is accurate and correct before we start that. So a lot of times people say, well, I want to buy a house, but I don't know what my credit is. And I always advise them, well, the only way that we can find out is to actually pull it, see where you are, and then we start a roadmap. We can map, if you're not ready now, what can we do to get you ready? And that may involve doing some credit repair, right? That may involve you getting in touch with Shanae and being able to work it out there. Now, credit is not going to get fixed overnight because it didn't get messed up overnight, unless you're a victim, of a crime. But then you still need to have some paper trail, and we still need to allow time for these things to be worked out with the credit bureaus and the authorities, okay? Then when you're you want to purchase a home and you've decided this is what I'm going to do. I'm working on my credit, or my credit is ready. I got my down payment ready. We want to talk about developing a budget. When I had my first house built, I sat my kids down and I said, hey, the Golden Arches, they have their money. Ronald McDonald, he got a house, but now we want a house. And so we cut back on some things. We weren't eating out as often. It became a goal of the family. And on Christmas, they chose a gift that they wanted. And we didn't try and go and get the big and most elaborate and most expensive, because this was a family goal. And so I showed them how that Happy Meal was adding up. And I think a Happy Meal is like $5 now. Mm-hmm. So if you just imagine, I'm going to imagine me eating a Happy Meal. You take that $5, 3 people, that's $15. And you times it for the whole, 52 weeks, because we would go out like at least once a week, maybe more than that back then. Mm-hmm. And it added up. And I took that money and I would take and put it up towards my closing, towards my move, towards my furniture, whatever it is. So you want to start budgeting now. You want to start making sure that you have the money to cover your expenses and to be able to put that money up for your down payment. And remember, we talked, the down payment could look like 3%, as minimum as 3%. Some say 2%, but usually what I'm seeing is about, I'm seeing is about 3% to 3.5% that they're asking for to be put down, okay? So those hot items that we sometimes want, a PlayStation 5, and everybody want to have one in every room, that's $1,500 that can go towards your go towards your purchase of your home. And the other thing I just want to delve in really quickly, I have to emphasize this to my buyers. I'll just say it. You wanting to hold on to your money so you can get new furniture and a new car, and you want the seller to give up their money that they want to purchase another home, a new car, whichever. They don't have to do that. And I find sometimes people get really upset. Man, nobody want to give me any money. They don't want to help me out. They're not going to have any parts of this house. Mm-hmm. You're going to live in it. This is your new lifestyle that you're building. So one day you're going to be a seller and you're going to feel a certain way also. Now, there is a way that you can go and get selling all these contracts, but we're talking about new construction, and depending on where you want to live and what you're looking for, that could look like well, right now I called the other day, new construction, 3 bedrooms, maybe in Upper Marlboro, you're looking at about $499,000, and that's an unfinished basement. So you just want to be ready to, when you roll your dice, you want to make sure you land on the right thing. You want to make sure that you get a home of your choice that you like. And right now it's a tough market, but we're getting through it. It will change back. We go from seller's market to buyer's market all the time. But right now, that's just where we are. And we want you to be prepared. So in this process, we want to make sure that you keep your job. Now, I know some people have been laid off. Some people were fortunate that even though they kept their job, they cut their salaries back. But we want you to keep a job. This is not the time to become self-employed, because you have to be able to show how much you've made even on self-employment. So you want to be able to, keep your job. I pray that nobody gets laid off. In fact, I pray that you all have increase in your job and your families and everything. But you want to make sure that you do all that you can to stay on that job. I don't even want you to quit the job when you get the house, because I want you to be able to pay the mortgage. I just want everything you do to make sense, because it all in the end will come together. And if we can just get through that process together, I know it may seem like a lot of work, a lot of paperwork you got to pull together. Mr. Henshaw, I thought he was going to dial into us, but you also need to be able to pull at least 2 years of tax returns. So now we're in 2021. If you are planning on purchasing a house, we need to have those tax returns for the last 2 years. We need to have them filed.
Right.
IRS doesn't have to at this point have, what do I want to say? They don't have to have taken, actually processed it, but it has to be filed. So, and then save your money. Please save your money and give me a call. I'm gonna cut myself short a little bit because Nay, you do have to get time in.
No, you just go right ahead, because I don't want to rush you or anything. So go ahead and continue.
We want to make sure that we have those things, and then establishing good credit. Again, Nay could talk to you about that. I call her Nay, but Shanae can talk to you about that even more, establishing good credit. And sometimes we don't want to take and pay the credit completely off to a zero balance, because paying it off to a zero balance, now we don't see anything revolving, continuous payment history. So you want to make sure that you continue to establish good credit. And we have lenders that are willing to work with you, even if your credit isn't the best right now. They'll work with you to help you get your credit where it needs to be for the loan that you need to apply for. But if you are looking to get down payment assistance, at minimum, your credit score needs to be a 640. A 640. No open bankruptcies, nothing like that. If you have judgments, we need to get those things off of there, because that's going to affect your income to debt ratio. Okay. Then you want to reduce your debt, keep your credit card usage down, at least 36% or more. I like to say don't go over 30% usage. Use that card for an emergency. Avoid the interest rates by paying it off early, and keep your debt down. Don't go out here and get something lavish. We talked about Christmas gifts and things like that. Keep your income to debt ratio down. And I'm just moving right through here a little bit. I do offer virtual appointments to be able to meet with you all right now during COVID, in consideration of your family, and myself. Or we can meet in my office, either office. I have an office at the National Harbor or office in Waldorf. So I am happy to meet with you either way, whichever one you're comfortable with. You can always reach out to me directly, or you can inbox me from here to do that. If you'd like to get a free analysis on your home to see how much it's worth, you can reach out to me virtually. You can click on my link to be able to do that also. I do have my website connected to my new website again, and that is www.shamaysmith.com. And you can also find me by my email address, realtorshamay.smith@gmail.com. And you can always call me directly at 301-900-8483. So please reach out to me. Let's talk about it, and let's make sure we have everything you need to get you going. Okay? Okay.
Wonderful information, guys. Definitely reach out to Shamay. She has all of your real estate needs. No questions asked. And you see, she goes out in the good weather, the bad weather, like she got the post office beat. Okay, so
deliver with me
with Cousin Shamay. Okay. So this was a wonderful show. She gave you a lot of information, and definitely, if you guys have, any questions or whatsoever, definitely reach out to her. And we look forward to spending time with you guys again next week.
Okay, so Shanae, give your information real quick while we still can.
So if you guys have any questions,
4 minutes left. So if you could give something for.
Well, I'm gonna give them. I do virtual consultations as well. If you guys have any questions regarding your credit, you don't know what's on your account or you haven't checked it, I definitely do 30-minute complimentary consultations. And all you have to do is just text your first name and the words complimentary consultation to 443-973-7555, and I would be happy to send you the scheduling link. Whereas though you will be able to schedule your 30-minute complimentary consultation with me. We do it via Zoom. So you see me, I see you, who's actually handling your personal information. Because although we are a little bit more comfortable talking about us needing credit repair, it is still a sensitive topic. And I take it very seriously. So you're able to look at me, I'm able to look at you. We look at your credit report on the screen together, and I go through every step of what's on your actual credit report for you, and answer any questions that you may have and that you may not be, aware of. My first and foremost, my duty to you guys is to educate you. So that is something that, I bestow upon all of my clients and anyone that I come in contact with. So again, if you're interested in a complimentary consultation, you just text your first name and the words complimentary consultation to 443-973-7555.
So, and one of the things that you talked about Credit Karma. When you talk to them, you're able to talk to them about the difference between Credit Karma and the things that we've talked about it here on the show before. But that 30-minute consultation, you guys, that is such a valuable thing right now, because you can call Shanae and talk to her before you even reach me, right? And be able to work that out. Now, like I said before, you didn't mess your credit up overnight. It's not going to happen overnight, but this is definitely a serious business. Credit repair is serious. There are things that can really be done to help fix your credit. And, Shanae has been talking to you all about this now for a while, but she can only do the work when you put the work in. And so she monitors and does your credit, hands-on. This is not a service where you're going to call and get John Doe this week and John Doe didn't talk to Jane Doe the next week. You're going to actually talk to Shanae. So we thank you always for joining us, and we pray that you stay safe. We look forward to speaking with you, whether it be here on Facebook Live with us on Cousin Chat, or whether you call us individually for your virtual appointments. So until next time, we thank you. We love you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. I'm going to go take some more Benadryl. Bye-bye.